What's up, Capricorn? Welcome to Scorp Queen Intuition. Welcome back. If you're here with me again, let's go ahead and get into your energy, okay? We're going to tap into your situation and see how your person is feeling, okay? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus placements in Capricorn as well as cross watchers, okay? Just truthfully apply it to how it resonates, okay? Let's go ahead and see what's going on. Focus on money. I'm currently focusing on my career and finances. My main priority is financial stability. So that might be you or the person you're dealing with, okay? It says finding myself. It was time I went within to find myself again. I need to figure out what I want out of life. I need space. All right, so maybe you guys had to pull back from somebody, or that's the reason someone gave you. Maybe they felt like they needed to get their finances in order. They needed to focus on themselves. Maybe you guys made a mutual agreement, okay? Let's see what's going on. But let's see why is this person's energy coming up now? Okay. See what they're thinking. What are they feeling? It says you and I were too young. So this could have been someone from your past, your early past. I will wait for a sign from you. Okay. Look, I told you. Look at what's at the bottom. You and I were too young. So maybe this happened in the past. Maybe this was someone that you guys felt like maybe you needed to find yourself. They need to find themselves. And maybe you guys had to split ways. You had to focus on what was serious or what was important in your life. And that's what you did. This person is waiting to hear from you, okay? I'm getting like a very, like a soulmate energy here, okay? Someone you could have known, some of you guys could have known this person your whole life, or known them since, you were young, or you met in your early, young, early adult years, and you guys had to separate or go, other ways. For some of you guys, that might not be relevant, okay? So don't apply it if it wasn't. It could just be somebody that you guys just decided that you needed to step away from, okay? And figure out what was best for you. Maybe money wasn't looking right for you or them, okay? This person is ready to bring you back into their life. So I'm feeling like this person is trying to manifest you back. Let's see what else we can get from this. Rehearsing the past, mental scripts, guilt, self-blame. Maybe they blame themselves, okay, for choosing something else, choosing a different life, choosing a different lifestyle. You're my obsession. Unhealthy attachment, fixated, no peace. Maybe this person is struggling now to move on. Maybe they decided to go about their way. Now maybe they have accomplished those things, maybe they haven't, but what they do regret is sacrificing you or this connection for whatever choice they made, whatever path they decided to go on. For some of you guys, it may have not worked for them. For some of them, it did. But whatever happened here, they want to come towards you, okay? I do feel like since you've been apart, they may have been following you on social media, and now the more they follow you, whether you know or not, because it's like somebody doing this in secrecy. They could have built this unhealthy attachment to you, okay, watching you now as time has went on, watching you grow up, okay? Maybe you guys had an unhealthy attachment with each other in the past, okay? Whatever path they took, guys, maybe they're thinking back like maybe if you guys would have just went through it together, instead of them kind of forfeiting the relationship to follow, whatever, their goals. It says left on red, ignored, message seen, no response. So maybe you're not responding to this person, okay? It says I will wait for a sign from you, so maybe they reached out and they didn't get a reply, so they're waiting on you to say something or give them some kind of indication whether they should keep pushing forward. Okay. What else do we have here for Capricorn? Only when convenient. Used for attention, emotional utility, and no depth. Okay, so Maybe you felt like this person just used you. Maybe they were so fixated on what they were trying to do that, you know, you started to feel like you weren't a priority. So maybe this is where the decision to split ways, you know, came into play. What does this say? It says, are you still there? I'm not coming tonight. Okay. Maybe they had to work a lot. You know, maybe sometimes the third party is not always another person. It could be this person putting anything above this connection, okay? It could be anything you're feeling like is the third wheel in this connection, right? The other part of whatever it is that your person has going on takes up a big space, so you don't feel like a priority. And so I feel like for this person, it was about work, it was about their career, it was about what they were driven by, you know, or vice versa, okay? Let's see what else we have here. Never really over. Lingering energy, soul tie, no closure. See, this person, they feel like maybe just the last time you talked to them, you didn't reply back. You left them on red. At the bottom here, you have you deserve better. Okay. It says self-worth, realization, empowerment, muted, not moved on. It says hiding feelings, fake calm, still hurting. So that could definitely be this person, but you chose better for yourself, right? And I do feel like, but this person does feel like you deserve better. You deserve better than to be, you know, made to feel like you wasn't a priority or you came second best to something in their life. And they have a lot of regrets is what I'm picking up on here. They never got over you. They never got over you. I don't care if it's been 10, 15, 20 years, because it does say you and I were too young. Okay. Behind that, it says, I am grateful for the spiritual lesson. And behind that, it says the timing just wasn't right for us. Okay. So they just feel like right person, wrong time. Maybe they didn't have the financial means at that time to, you know, feel secure enough in a relationship. Pay attention to red flags. Know the warning signs of what an unhealthy connection looks like. Okay, so I feel like this person taught you a lot, right? You learned to focus on, you learned to see things differently. You learned to pay attention to red flags. I feel like that's more of something you learned in this connection. Okay, maybe when someone is not putting you first, or when someone is showing you you're not a priority. I feel like you have learned that because of this person, right? That's why you realize you deserve better. Different paths. Wow. You are not on the same path with the person you have in mind. The direction you want to move into are different. You see that? See, you guys may have decided to go different ways. Say you were fresh out of high school. One wanted to go into the military and the other wanted to go to college. And you had no choice but to split ways, or, you know, something to that effect. Or this person just chose to oust the relationship and go focus on themselves. Nothing has gone wrong. Trust the process. This connection is divinely timed. See, that's why it says I will wait for a sign from you. You and I were just too young, and I'm grateful for the spiritual lesson. Just the timing just wasn't right, right? Just the timing just wasn't right. So nothing went wrong in this connection, guys. It was intended. It was purposeful. You had to split ways. You had to go and learn life. This person wouldn't be in the space that they're in now, right? Had they not been able to go out there and experience other things and realize they still feel like they're missing a part of their life in their future. Okay. So you guys might hear from a lost lover, long lost lover you haven't heard from, a high school sweetheart, one of your first true loves maybe, or even someone you were ready to build with and they just chose self. Okay. You have abundance. Keep a positive mindset. Manifest exactly what you want. Gratitude, bliss. I told you, I felt like this person was trying to manifest you back. They may have the abundance now. They may be steady now, you know. CX. Breakup, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment, and abandonment. I just did someone, who was that? And they just had both of those. I think it was Aquarius. So some of you guys could be dealing with an Aquarius. Because they had these exact two cards, came out the exact same way. Okay? So, strong message. Ooh, not enough. Was that card there too? Goodness, if that was, that's three of the same. But not enough. Frustrating in relationship, lack of confidence, self-sabotage, fear, ego issues, and jealousy. So this person, maybe they felt like this relationship wasn't enough. You felt like it wasn't enough. They didn't give anything into this connection because they were more focused on what they wanted to do. So that's where that ego came into play. And you got frustrated with this person, and you guys decided to go different paths. Like I said, the different paths could have been one wanting a relationship at the time and the other feeling like they weren't ready. All right. You have at the bottom, mirroring each other's self-image, relationships, reflect our wounds and introspection. And behind that, you have Cupid's arrow. Have faith, love is coming. Surprise. I told you, have faith, love is coming. Surprise, invitation, or meeting, hesitation. This person has done a lot of reflecting. They've done a lot of looking in the mirror. You guys both, that's why I was getting that. Both of you guys decided to be like, okay, well, that's fine. Maybe they didn't want what you wanted and you said, okay. Both of you guys went your different directions. That's why it says reflecting each other, mirroring each other. You guys both went about your life, went about your ways, and that was it. Okay. But now this person is feeling this drawing back to you. Okay. All right, Capricorn, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that bell, guys, and I will see you next time.